Okay, welcome to part 2. So now's the next stage, and what I've done is thrown a few tacks in here to keep it together, and then I got a template of the roof, and what I've done is worked out where I want it to end in relation to where the lip is. So the lip on the front sort of comes up, and what I want is the light to come out slightly but above it, and that's why that line is there. So what I then did is on this I scored that in relation to the bottom of it, and that gave me that line. So this is what I'm going to cut away, but before that I'm going to leave an extra amount. And what I think I'll do is run it through the bead roller and turn this edge down and give me a lip, and cut all of this away. And right up the back there, I was going to use the hole, but this stuck up too high on the top of the roof, so I'm going to cut it away and just have the uppermost part above the roof. And in my haste the other day to weld on the front of this, being this part here, I didn't make sure it was square, so I didn't look for that. So anyway, I've cut it off, and I've cut off some extra too. I thought it was a little too long, and I've given myself a line here, and I'm going to run that through the bead roller as well. Give myself a little swage, little dimple running out. And what I think I might do is weld a piece of steel across here as well, just to strengthen it before I cut it, and that may keep it together, but not too sure. But anyway, I'll bring you back when I've got something else done. So yeah, that's what I've done. I've just welded up a little bit of a support on the inside. That should stop it from deforming when I cut probably a third of it away. We'll see how I go. Bring you back. Okay, so we've cut some of it away, and I've been trimming and trying to get it to be exact, and remember that there's going to be a flange folded on the inside, so I realized quite quickly that what I was doing was just wasting my time. So what I've decided is, you can see little gaps against the roof there, and then some sections are okay. So what I'm going to do is just run the pen parallel to the roof and around, and that'll give me an exact line to run off of my bead. And I'll go all the way around up inside there and do the whole lot, and then I'll go to my swaging machine and swage it off. Alright, so I ran it through the bead roller, and I couldn't get up here because of the angle of everything, and I didn't really want to cut this just to get that, so I couldn't get the full roll just due to the tightness of the radius here. So what I'm doing is I'm just chasing it around with one of these old dollies that I've got, and I'll just continue to work that edge around all the way around and shrink this down, and just keep going for probably half an hour. I reckon it'll take me till I can get it to fit that, like with no air gaps all the way around. Around the front here, it's a bit of an unknown for me. I think this is going to have to be rolled right up, and I'm afraid that the light fixture itself that comes in may interfere with that. So I think what will end up happening is I'll have to basically cut this right back and then form the rolled edge further up this way rather than have one all the way down. I'd like to have one in there, but I don't know if I'm going to have enough room. So I'll just leave that for the moment. And then what I should really do is roll the whole thing and then trim down with the grinder, trying to get the light in until I can get the light in. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Alright, I'll bring you back. Alright, back again. A lot of tuning up around that flange all the way around, so spent a long time doing that, and it was worth it in the end. I've got a pretty good gap all the way around. It's about probably 2 millimeters or something, and that's just enough for a piece of rubber to go all the way around. I reckon that's what I'll do, and then bolt it down from the inside against the roof, and that should seal it up fairly well. I've also re-welded this housing on and just got it how I want it. I think what I'll do is maybe just trim a little bit of this nose off, but I'll wait and see, because the peak isn't where it's supposed to be exactly right now, so if it's pulled down slightly, I think I'll get that extra little bit I need. And without breaking it, I'll take it off. So that's what it looks like on the inside. It's all there, and this is all square now, so I'm pretty happy with it. There's a nice flat edge all the way around as well, so I can glue the rubber to this, or the foam. I thought about welding it on the roof, but no, I don't like that idea. So yep, that's where I'm at. I think it looks pretty good. We'll go around the front and have a look. I think that looks like a bought one. These are $350 in Australia, if you can get them, so it's not a bad little bit of work. I might go into business, start knocking them out. But I've made it how I wanted it. I could spend 2 days sourcing one of those panels and then cutting it up, and it's still going to be dodgy old rusty metal. So this is brand new steel, tuned perfectly for the vehicle, and I've got a nice lens and housing for it. And I like the fact that it's got a little bit of a bit more of a shape at the back too. The other ones that I've seen people do, they just basically cut straight into there and there's nothing back of it. So I've got a little bit more shape there. I was actually looking at the offcut, and I was thinking, what could I do with that? And I threw it up there, and it looks pretty quirky. I actually like it as a brow piece, or even further out like that. It's sort of got a bit of character like that. I don't know, maybe too far out there. Yeah. Anyway, I'll leave it to the side. I don't think I'll use it, but I'm happy with that. Got to be happy with that. And I'll just adjust this chrome piece how I want it once it's closer to the end, because all it's held on with is one screw, but I'll put a couple in, and then I can just move it back and forward to the angle that I want. But anyway, that's probably all I'm going to do on that one at the moment. I'll continue back on this stuff now, but I'll scratch that itch and it's all done, so that'll probably go in a box for the next 15 years. Just kidding. Alright, I'll bring you back on the next one. Don't forget to share it with someone and like it and leave a comment. Alright, have a good day.